Hi, boys and girls. How's it going? We're on Chapter 12, Lesson 3, Customary Units of Weight. Customary units, those are the units that we use in the USA. Pounds, ounces, inches, all that good stuff. Versus metrics, which is what they use in science communities and in many other countries around the world. But we are using customary units in this lesson, okay? And they are all of weight. So it's how heavy things are, okay? So number 4 and number 5, the directions say complete. That's all it says, complete, okay? So you have to complete 3 tons equals blank pounds. So 3 tons equals blank pounds. Now you probably have a sheet called like a reference sheet maybe that says right on there 1 ton equals 2,000 pounds. Okay, do you have something like that? Probably. So if 1 ton is 2,000 pounds, you have 3 sets of those 2,000 pounds, right? So 2,000 pounds, and you have 3 sets of them, right? So kaboomy, kaboomy, kaboomy. 3 times 2 is 6. Right, guys? 6,000 pounds. That is a lot. That's like heavier than a car. Okay, so 10 pounds, this is number 5 now, 10 pounds equals how many ounces? So you can look on your reference sheet once again and see what 1 pound equals. 1 pound equals 16 ounces. So you have 10 pounds, 10 groups of 16 ounces. Right, guys? Does that make sense to you? 16, 16, 16. You have 10 of those. So what's the rule when you're multiplying by 10? Right, guys? Let's make 16 10 times bigger. You know the rules, don't you? Number patterns and that. 160. So 10 pounds equals 160 ounces. Fantastic. Now for 12 and 13, the directions say compare using less than, greater than, or equal. Now they have some of these on every one of these lessons, don't they? So on number 12, we're comparing 16 pounds to 256 ounces. Okay, so what I want to do is make these 16 pounds into ounces, because then I can compare them very easily to 256. I just look at them as regular old whole numbers, right, if they're both ounces. So if 16 pounds, each of those pounds has 16 ounces. Oh, this is interesting. I have 16 pounds of 16 ounces. Interesting. And this gives us a little practice in multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit, right? Okay, so 6 times 6 is 36. Everybody says that like a rhyme, don't they? 6 times 1 is 6, plus those 3 sets of 10 is 9. Okay, so we're done with you, Mr. One's Place, or Miss One's Place. Okay, so then we go to the tens place over here. 10 times 6, or really 1 times 6, is 6, and 1 times 1 is 1. We add those two partial products. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 6. Now I always take 1 from that 6 and I think, okay, that makes the 9 10, and there are 5 left. So I always make a 10 when I add things to 9. So 9 plus 6 is 15, and then 1 plus 1 is 2. So 16 pounds is 256 ounces. Oh, well, look at that. Equal. That happened on our last homework page, I think. The one I picked, the first one was equal. Okay, so let's look at number 13. 8 tons is less than, greater than, or equal to 16,000 pounds. 16,000 pounds. Remember, you say a word when you see the comma, right? So each 1 pound is 2,000, reverse, reverse, reverse. Each 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So 8 tons is 2,000. Okay, 8 sets of 2,000 pounds. 0, 0, 0, and 8 times 2 is 16. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I did that. The two that I picked to do are both equal. Oh my goodness. Well, you have 6 of them to do. So I'm going to give you a big clue. None of the other ones are equal. 8, 10, 9, 11, none of those are equal. So there's your homework hint of the day. All right, let's keep going. This is at the bottom, problem solving. It says a company that makes steel girders can produce 6 tons of girders in 1 day. How many pounds is this? All right, let me see here. I have to reread it, of course. A company that makes steel girders. Steel girders are those big pieces of steel that they put before they built skyscrapers. They put up these gigantic pieces of metal. Okay, so that's a steel girder. It kind of makes the building stable. So a company that makes steel girders can produce 6 tons of girders in 1 day. How many pounds of girders is this? So 6 tons equals how many pounds? Oh my gosh, terrible writing there. Can you read that, boys and girls? 6 tons equals how many? I'm going to rewrite pounds. It's bothering me. Pounds. There you go. So you know this from your reference sheet that you're probably using. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So 6 tons is 6 sets of 2,000. 0, 0, 0. And 6 times 2 is 12. So 1, 2, 3, comma. Wow, that is a lot of pounds. That is 12,000 pounds of steel girder. Woo! All right, here we go. This is on the back, boys and girls, so flip your homework over. And it says, Anne bought 2 pounds of cheese to make lasagna. I love lasagna. The recipe gives the amount of cheese needed in ounces. How many ounces of cheese did she buy? So she bought 2 pounds, okay? And they want to know how many ounces is that? Okay, that's going to be some cheesy lasagna. So let's look at your reference sheet if you have one, or you just might know this. 1 pound is 16 ounces. So 2 pounds, 2 sets of 16, right? 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, is 32 ounces. And there it is. A choice, a B. Okay? Now we're going to go down to the spiral review. Here we go. Oh, some nice angle work here. You know what, boys and girls? I picked this one because you do not need a protractor to do this one. You do not need a protractor to do this. You're just going to use what you already know about angles, okay? It says from chapter 11, lesson 3, what is the measure of, remember that's the angle symbol, angle EHG. And don't forget that that middle letter is the angle's vertex, right? So it's angle EHG. It's this large angle right here. What is the measure of that angle? Well, they give you part of it right here. This angle is 30 degrees, but they don't have a number in this part of that large angle. But what do they have, boys and girls? I bet you see it. Do you see it right there? They have that symbol right there. That is the right angle symbol, right? How many degrees is a right angle? Thinking. It's 90 degrees. Okay, so this part of that big angle is 90. This part is 30. Okay, so 90 plus 30. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. So how many degrees is angle EHG? It is 120 degrees. Very nice, guys. You are doing great in chapter 12. Have a great night.